Right, suspect 4. We're still looking at pronouns, but we're thinking about whether it should be a subject or object pronoun. Just a very small amount of grammar here, first of all. If you don't know which pronouns are the subject or object forms, first of all, pause the video and have a look at that separate PDF. Now, sometimes it's obvious which form of the pronoun to use, especially when a sentence has the subject plus verb plus object structure. Somebody does something and there is an object that we say receives the verb. Unfortunately, in more complicated sentences, the incorrect pronoun form may actually sound correct. Well, let's go through 4 rules now with regard to subject-object pronouns. Rule 1. Use a subject pronoun when referring to who or what does the verb. That's what a subject does. It's the agent. Rule number 2. Use an object pronoun when referring to whom or what is the object of the verb. In other words, what receives the verb. We'll look at some examples shortly. Rule number 3. When you are not sure whether to use an object pronoun or a subject pronoun, use the he or him substitution trick. It's very simple. Many of the object pronouns finish with an M. Rule 4. In a comparison that uses as or than and pronouns, a copular verb can be added to decide which pronoun is correct. Example 1. It was they who were negotiating. When we think of the he, him, we'll look at this in detail. They is the subject pronoun. Example 2. Oscar thinks she is a great mentor. So she is the subject pronoun. It comes before the verb is, and therefore she is the subject of that particular part of the clause. Rule 2. Use an object pronoun when referring to whom or what is the object of the verb. Example 3. Whoever among you reads this email. Okay, whoever among you reads, whoever reads, the reading is done by the subject. Please reply to whomever is appropriate immediately. The whom here, notice the M, whomever is the object because they actually are the ones being replied to. They receive the verb. Example 4, the twins sent the video directly to me. The object pronoun me, the subject to pronoun I would be wrong there because the pronoun receives the verb. It doesn't do the verb in that example. Rule 3. When you are not sure whether to use an object pronoun or a subject pronoun, use the he, him substitution trick. So we were kind of doing this already, but let's look at it in a bit more detail. Example 5. So let's actually put this into practice. Whomever among you reads this email, would we say he reads the email or him reads the email? We would say he reads the email. Therefore, we do not add the M. We do not use the object pronoun. We use whoever. Please reply to whomever is appropriate immediately. Here it is the object pronoun. Try it. If we say reply to he or reply to him, well, reply to him. It's very easy to spot. Therefore, you would say whomever, the object pronoun. Finally, example 6. Requiring more oil colors, the master asked the student to look online for a local supplier, who was actually her father, so it was him who they paid, and it was he who delivered the supplies. Okay, very simple to hear it, and that's a great trick to remember for when you're writing and speaking. Finally, rule 4, in a comparison, this is really important because we love making comparisons. It's a very useful way of improving your score and communicating the issues that you want to in your essays and when you're speaking. Rule 4, in a comparison that uses as or than and pronouns, a verb can be added to decide which pronoun is correct. So for example 7, her organization has received more support for its plans than I. Now, that may sound wrong. You think, hold on, than me, right? Comparison with me, but be very careful. It's not actually the person that's being compared here. It's something connected to the verb. This is important. If there is an auxiliary verb, such as be, was, has been, will have been, whatever it may be, we use the same. And here, if you just add the verb to the sentence, her organization has received more support for its plans than I have, but it wouldn't be me have. So if you say than me, you can immediately see that we would not say than me have. It's I have. Another example, the twins are taller than he. Again, you would naturally think that sounds strange. It should be him. Careful, it's a comparison. Whenever you use pronouns in comparisons, do this check. The twins are taller than he is. Okay? We wouldn't say taller than him is. We need that verb in there, and straight away, once we get that verb in there, we're good. Try the quiz. Once you've tried the quiz, look at the explanations. As soon as you're sure that everything is clear in your mind, move forward to the next part of the lesson.